So like I was saying.
Where's the intro? Oh, yeah.
We gotta get to it. Yeah, dang it, Drew. We just I
did it on purpose. I did it on purpose.
Oh, did you
son
really?
Of a... Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, cue the intro.
I had to play my dementia role.
Oh, you gotta play the old role?
I gotta play the dementia role.
Hey, bro, you ain't gotta play that hard.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was very believable.
Wow.
That was very believable.
Hey, that one was low.
Yeah, please.
That one was low.
Thank you, sir. Breeze Nation, what's good? It's your boy, Panther Designer. Back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love, as always. Lot to get into on today's episode. By the way, we do have a squad in the building. Yeah. As always, Petty Man Alignment, P Kid. Of course, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, Mr. Drew Better. If you knew better, you do better. Say, who better? Nobody, bro. We got a lot to get into on today's episode. Seems like Bears might be sticking around Illinois. We're getting a little closer. We're getting a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Getting deals done.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about it, right? We'll talk about it. I love a deal. Great deal. Phenomenal deal. A beautiful deal. Why are there Puerto Ricans on my screen? We'll talk about
Hey, stop being a hater.
Hey,
Stop being a hater.
It's going to die like a dove. A beautiful dove.
Hey, beautiful show.
Beautiful
show.
Listen,
Bro, it was a lot of culture on the screen.
Bro,
Yeah,
beautiful
I love the show.
Is it Chris Long got the podcast? I think he got it.
Yes.
Chris Long had the greatest take of all time. He said, why are all these white dudes acting like we don't like big booty Latinas on our screen?
That's a fact.
Like, what happened? We used to be a proper country. Bro, when he said that,
it's crazy.
I was like, all right, bro, this dude, he's making points. He's making points. We also got to talk about, do we want to see this Bears team go all in on the draft or all in on right now with some of the moves that could be out there? All that more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do, boys. How you feeling, man?
Pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Feeling nice.
Feeling nice.
Dang, keep cooking right now. Hold on.
Colin Sexton hooping.
Yes, the weather's changing a little bit.
Wait a minute.
Hey, the weather is finally above 30 degrees.
Hey, bro.
The weather's
I
changing.
pulled my window down.
Whoa,
Driving. I'm sorry.
whoa. That's too much.
That's
Too much now. As they say, too much now. Too much now. Too much now.
At least crack your sunroof. Don't put your window down.
No, too
No,
much.
I'm a window down in the winter guy. I leave the heat on, and I had a window cracking. See, this the thing. Y'all can breathe. And when you got bad sinuses, you need that fresh air from the outside. I sleep with my window open.
Okay.
I do too.
No, you crazy.
I do too.
I sleep when it was -2 outside. Window was cracked.
You
I
crazy,
can breathe.
Bro. You crazy? Nope.
I
No,
can breathe.
just a little bit of that cold
Call
air,
me
that feels
crazy all
good.
you want. I can breathe.
Nope.
I don't like
CPAP machine, baby.
I don't like stuffy environments. I can't take the stuffy hot environments.
This is rough on the podcast.
Your mic's still a bit low.
Oh, is it?
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
You got to Orlando Brown that thing.
No,
I gotta go straight.
Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown.
For our audio listeners, I apologize because this sounds crazy to start things off. Let's talk a little bit of football, boys. Jesus.
Who's your career like?
As Michael Jackson.
A lot of people trying to get dunked on.
As the Chicago Bears.
You got to get it together.
It seems like Illinois lawmakers have magically found all of this opportunity and money to get bills passed through to try and keep the Chicago Bears in Illinois. Now, this is not a done deal as of yet, but it does seem like the Illinois lawmakers are trending towards getting a bill pushed through here. And Governor Pritzker has talked a ton about, how important it is to keep the Bears in Chicago. He's talked about how long-going, or I should say in Illinois, how long-going conversations are starting to have a lot more movement now. And he said when talking about, was it a bluff, that he thought the Bears might be bluffing going to Indiana. He said, I never take anything as a bluff. I mean, I'm always concerned about making sure that we're attracting businesses and keeping businesses in the state of Illinois. And I would say there's a lot of businesses that have left Illinois that would say there's some cap in that. But the Chicago Bears are a big enough of a industry there that it does seem like we are going to get a bill through that would benefit the Bears here in the long run. Boys, me and JC talked about this. You, of course, had the solo video on it. There is no better deal that the Bears can get than what Indiana is offering.
None.
But Clearly, the Chicago Bears want to be here. Sylvie's reporting said that Arlington Heights was their preferred destination. They are willing to put $2 billion of their own money into it to try and stay here in Illinois. Do you like the Bears sticking around Illinois? If this bill would get through, it would help them specifically, of course, with the taxes and things like that.
How much is it going to be worth? What is the actual deal? How is it going to be structured? What does it mean for how much of that is going to be passed on to the consumer? I think one thing people keep forgetting is the fact that the money has to come from somewhere.
Oh, it's from them.
Right. So the money that they put up, all of that trickles down to how much they charge for tickets, how much they charge for, like, how much a hot dog is going to cost there. Like, all of that factors in. They have to drive revenue.
Yeah.
There's no better deal than what happens in Gary. Now, I'm not rooting for it to be the Indiana Bears. I'm rooting for the Chicago Bears not to be like the Golden State Warriors or any of those other organizations that move to a new stadium, but then people start complaining about them being price gouged because the tickets were so high.
Yep.
Tickets are high already.
Hey,
it's football.
I'm going to tell you this. It don't matter where they're going.
I
Kevin
think
Warren taxing. He know who the Bears are. He know you coming no matter what. What was the first playoff game? It was the most expensive wild card game of any of them. The Bears were charging $400 to get in the door.
Jesus.
I think the next highest ticket was $220.
Two things factor into that, though. We have the smallest stadium in the league. So we have, one of. So we
One
have
of the
less
smallest
seats.
stadiums, yeah.
When you have less seats, the seats you do have go at a premium. So that's natural. Like, that's just what happens. So hopefully we fix that, which I don't think is going to be much more. I think we go from 60 to
65.
We're going from 60 to 65. It's whatever the minimum is.
65.
Whatever the new minimum for the Super Bowl was, I think it was 65 or 66,000.
So it wouldn't be.
And it was 70,000 with seats outside the stadium. Nasty work.
But like essentially the Bears have what Jerry Jones has in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah.
Like that, Gary, Indiana is
You can do
offering
Alice
that
Heights.
for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a better. So I want the better experience. I want the experience overall than the cost savings that could happen to be passed on to all of us who want to go and support the team in person. That's what I'm concerned about, and I don't think that's going to happen in Arlington. The numbers just don't make sense for it to happen. They would really be taking an L to do so.
Well, the difference is you get all the money. Everything is you. Go in there now. They said 90% of the revenue would go to the Bears, and they would get the free stadium, all that. In Arlington,
Jerry controls 95% of everything that happens in Jerryland, but he leases that property.
Sure.
The Bears will be in the same situation without having to put up their capital. That means that $2 billion you're gonna have to give Illinois, which obviously they need. I mean, they sold us out for parking for $1 billion. Right? That $2 billion you get to keep.
Yeah.
And you get to just pay. The revenue you drive from the game all season pays for your lease. That's just smart business. That's just no one's passing up that deal if you break it down in layman's terms.
Well, according to the reporting, the Bears would rather be in Illinois than in Indiana, but Indiana is a serious. Well, I mean, listen.
No, George's not stupid. It's sentimental. I get it.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's sentimental. There is an aspect, that for us, it's like that 10% don't mean nothing. That 10% a lot of money. That 10% you make back your $2 billion real quick.
What are you talking about?
The extra 10%, the Bears will go from getting 100% of the money in Arlington to 90% of the money in Indiana.
Yeah, but
it helps.
But you have to put up more capital.
You do. You got to make your money back, but you're not beholden to anybody. You got to think the Bears have been beholden to the friends of the park forever.
So, think of it like this: how much revenue did the Bears drive this season? We can look it up. Yeah, we can look it Bears up. Revenue for this season. We can look.
JC, what are your thoughts?
Why you do that? Yeah, my take is very simple. I think that you go with the better deal. I feel like J.B. Pritzker he's saying that they're not bluffing. I feel like he's bluffing. He's just wasting time to try and get a deal in place or to extend these conversations. But you already said there's a deadline by the end of February.
Bears said end of February we're leaving.
End of February we're leaving. And so I feel like that honestly is still going to happen. I mean, you got Indiana paying pretty much everything for you, and you're paying rent. And then they're also saying that there's not going to be any other events or activities there without your say-so. So you have full power and control to literally do whatever you want with that property. And so for me, I feel like that's the best deal to be had. Go ahead and make it the Hoosier Bears. I don't care.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
What you got, Drew?
For me, it's the
from the realist fan perspective that you got to have your team in your home state. Even though a few other teams have played out of state.
Most of them do.
Yeah, you got the Chiefs that just moved over finally in state. But it's just sentimental for me going by Lakeshore, knowing that's not going to be there anymore, and then going to Arlington where you can have your complex like we do see in like Milwaukee where they have like a big entertainment, like Kid was saying, with the experience where you have the stadium there, then you have the bars there, then you have like an area where you can just hang out. Like even if you don't go to the game, you can watch the game outside on TV where the environment. So for me, if you can create that in Arlington or Indiana, I'm all for it. But for me, it's just a nostalgic fact of them leaving Illinois kind of hurts because they originally were talking about this years ago in Champaign. They were actually going to build the stadium down there, which it will have even more space. Yeah, they were going to be they were going to build the stadium down there when they did the original.
When they put that landed that terrible
when they landed the spaceship on Soldier Field.
Soldier Field.
They were saying we're going to go to Champaign because Champaign was going to give them a great deal, similar to what they're getting in Indiana.
It's 2 hours away.
So no, it's not. Champaign is only an hour. It's an hour, bro.
I've been to Illinois.
Yes, it's only an hour.
Like
so for me, I think the best deal for the Bears should happen, but I just don't think the money's going to be right in Arlington. I think they're going to get Arlington. The lawmakers are going to have to just give a bunch of leeway, which means it's going to come to the taxpayers at fault. So if they're going to come to the taxpayers' expense, then just go to Indiana, and I'll just be that old man, get off my lawn.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's to me, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't care where you at, when.
Dome.
I can
I
care
do
less.
want a dome.
There's a dome no matter where
It's
you
gonna be
go.
dome regardless.
There's a dome in Indiana. There's a dome in Arlington.
But I don't know. I miss
Are there
that
going to be
cold weather,
bars
though.
in Arlington? Yeah. Are there going to be bars in Indiana? Yeah. Are there going to be Bears fans in Arlington? Yeah. Are there going to be Bears fans in
Do
Indiana?
the Bears have to be on the lakefront though?
No. I
I
don't
miss
care.
Gary's giving you the lakefront.
I don't
event,
care. Like here's
if that's what you want.
here's the thing.
The flyover does. They do the flyovers. The flyovers being on Gary does allow that to keep continuing though.
No, I'll keep it. Well, it's
It's
a
a
dome.
dome. It's not retractable.
But I thought it was gonna
No,
have.
it's
You
a
got to
fixed-
see
it's a
through.
retractable.
It's a fixed dome.
I thought it was gonna be able to see through though, like the one in Minnesota.
It is going to be like the one in Minnesota. So I
you
guess
can see
I
through
guess you can still do the flyover. I feel like the flyover don't hit as hard if like
No, you
it's
get
muffled.
inside. It's like, it's like,
I don't want him.
They're gonna pump the sound through the speakers.
That's what it is. They just got a mic on top.
Yeah, right.
They got something in there to shake the stadium.
And the flyover cold though.
Flyovers be cold,
Flyer's
bro.
cold. I
The
ain't gonna lie.
flyover's cold, bro.
It's definitely part of the.
You ever been to the stadium and you get the stealth joint? Oh yeah, that's hard, bro.
You got to go to
You don't
the
hear
air
nothing.
water show. The air water show when the
Yeah,
stealth
you don't hear
dude come
nothing.
through.
The stealth,
Stealth bombers. I done
He
did that every year.
I never seen it.
You don't.
It's crazy.
You just see it.
It's cold.
And then like a minute later, you go. It's crazy.
yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
Let me check it out.
You look up and you just be like, that's why must be dying. I didn't even know that was coming.
I've never
They
seen
would have
that
had
before.
me. They would have had me.
Yep, you got me.
No, man, let us know how you guys feel in the comments below. I don't care personally. I think, listen, it's stupid if Illinois loses the Bears because you've had opportunity after opportunity to keep the Bears. It has gotten to the point where if you lose the Bears, we've seen and talked about what it's going to do to J.B. Pritzker politically and all of that stuff. Like I think that's why all of a sudden there's this big push for it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hide that. We keep sports and politics separate with it. But like realistically speaking, I'm not sitting here like, oh, they're going to work out this great deal. It's not going to be better than the deal that Indiana can offer. It's just not.
No.
I think as long as they get close to it, though.
But I will say this, right? And this is the analogy I used with JC. If you, it's your boy. If you are getting a house for free, but it's not where you want to live,
I'll take it.
that might be a deal breaker for you, right? Like for the Bears, that may be a deal breaker for them. They want a house in the location where they at. They want a house where they can get it for the best, where they can get it where they want to be.
So you can get a house that you want, not necessarily the location you want, but to your liking, customize everything at the rate that you want, or you can have exactly what you want at a location that's going to tax you through the nose.
Depends on what you value, money or location.
Well, that's what this whole bill is. It's about getting the fixed tax rate.
I'm gonna tell you this. This is how petty I am. I guess that's why I'm pettiest man here.
Zoom in.
The simple. I see you, Drew.
And you started it. You made it happen too, Drew.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It shouldn't have taken all of this.
No,
It shouldn't have gotten to this point where I'm having a conversation with Indiana about my stadium.
Yeah.
If I'm George, why are we having this conversation? I'm taking my ball and I'm leaving. I'm not giving you to. I'm done at this point.
Yeah.
It's like I'm begging the girl at the party to come home. No.
Yeah.
No. It's a wrap. GG's. Ball up top. Like, what are we doing?
We'll see what the Bears end up doing. I think they're more than likely, if they want to be here, they're going to be here. If a deal gets done that is to their liking, we'll see what ends up happening there. Let us know how you guys feel in the comments below. Now on to something that I'm so tired of talking about the stadium at this point, bro. Like I feel like every 2 weeks there's an update. It's not really an update. It's just.
So let's talk about that Super Bowl.
They just go, hey, let me talk about the Super Bowl a little bit.
Talk about that Super Bowl.
I like talking about Super Bowl parties. Alone is the way to go.
It is not.
Phenomenal time.
When the Super Bowl is
I had
as
a
boring as that one
phenomenal
was.
time.
I wouldn't say every time, but no,
I had a great time.
I'm sure you enjoyed yourself.
If you just enjoy watching ball, I enjoy watching ball. We
Yeah.
got 2 games going on right now.
Yeah.
Wait. Would it be different though if the Bears were in the Super Bowl? Would you still want to watch it?
If
by
the
yourself?
Bears are in the Super Bowl, I'd probably, after experiencing that last night, I would probably rather watch it alone. Because I could watch everything that's happening. I could pay attention to every second that's happening. There's never some point where somebody's wife is going to come over to me and be like, Phil, you work in sports. What's that like? Hey, shut up!
So wait a minute. So if you had a selected group of
That example was
let's just say
hilarious.
you watch.
That's very
Let's just say
specific.
you had the Super Bowl with you and the Breeze show. We all gonna be.
We're all
locked
doing the
in.
same thing.
We're watching the game for
Exactly.
we're gonna be live more than likely.
There's no wives here.
Right. So you just talking about you want to have a limited Super Bowl party.
Here's what I'll say. And listen, Super Bowl party is a Super Bowl party. But we got a chance to have a Super Bowl party for a great Super Bowl at Joel's house. For the Philly-Kansas City one, the first one. That was a great Super Bowl.
Yeah.
38-35, down to the wire, opportunity to win it at the end. I have people talking to me over here. I got people getting up in front of the TV and walking out. I got people, Joel trying to play music because he ain't paying attention because he ain't worried about it.
He's trying to host.
He trying to host. He trying to be a
host.
good host. And so he trying to make sure everybody got what they want.
He focused on ball.
I'm sitting there watching ball. And if I'm watching a play that's about to happen and you walk across, I might shoot you in the kneecap.
But the Super Bowl, even for the players, they even said it's an event, it's an experience, it's fun. It's a game in itself, but it is about the showman of the Super Bowl.
Sure, the whole thing.
A lot of those players lost. Listen, hey, this is not a show. This is work. Well, this is the show. Nah,
Hey, bro,
you
can
better
you
be locked
imagine?
in,
Can you
bro.
imagine what it's like to be down 12-0? Your quarterback can't move the ball, and
Bro.
you hear Bad Buddy outside the locker room.
Hey, I bet I see nobody dancing.
I mean,
You need to be worried about why you can't get open right now. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. That's
I
different,
lose. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm at halftime getting my cheeks clapped,
bro.
and I hear Bad Buddy outside, bro, I tear a locker room apart. Hey, I'll be pissed.
Hey,
I'll be so mad, bro.
Hey, he thought about it too. He's like, you're probably right. They are losing.
Bro, can you imagine? Wasn't Kansas City down big last year at the half?
Oh, it was GGs. That team was done.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
team
Wasn't Kansas City down big last year at the half?
Yeah, they were.
Can you imagine being in the locker room and you getting cooked at the half and you just hear
Hey, if I'm Patrick Mahomes, you better not be dancing. You better not be dancing.
That's this. I'm doing my background dancing song.
you think the Bay gonna let you disrespect Pac? No, you disrespecting this game right now.
that's great.
Oh, dog! I had a phenomenal time by myself yesterday. And listen, the Super Bowl was a defensive game.
Yeah.
So it's a game that if
Dang
you had a
right.
Super Bowl party, you tap it out.
Man, they had a record.
You have to really
field
like
goals.
ball. You have to really like
I
ball.
was enjoying it. Like I literally was sitting there. I was like, heck of a play by Nicky Wanwori. Oh my
yeah.
goodness, Christian
I knew-
Gonzalez
yeah,
knocking
you're
that
right.
ball
Devin
away.
Witherspoon,
Devin Witherspoon cooking right. For the first half, I was like, Devin Witherspoon might be the MVP.
He was nice.
Like I literally was like locked into that game. And so it's funny, like when I heard people today, they were like, that was such a boring game. I was like, I actually enjoyed the game very much.
Because you like defense.
It was boring because
It's like football.
It's football. It's good
No, it's
football.
like football.
No, that was defense. You
can appreciate that
You
it
had
was
I think it was
defense,
six 3-and-outs in the first.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a lot. Yeah,
It was straight
So
defense.
that was straight
Yeah.
defense, and a lot of people don't want that. They want to see offense in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you want to see a
Explosive
38-35 game. You do, but like
You want somebody
It's
to
not
move the
real.
ball, bro. They went 3-and-out. You don't necessarily need scoring, but you need some kind of movement, and they had zero.
But look at what got both teams there. The Patriots got there because of their defense.
Because of their
And
defense.
Drake May executed on a lot of wide open plays that just didn't exist for him.
that man
And Seattle
got-
did the same
that
thing. I
man
mean,
got killed.
Sam Darnold is good for throwing a pick, which, by the way, shout out to him. No picks in the postseason.
No
Hey,
turnovers.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
He
No
almost
turnovers.
did,
Nah, I ain't
though.
gonna lie
He
to
had
you.
two passes. I
He
was
was throwing
like,
some pa-
zero
When I
turnovers,
heard
though.
Zero turnovers,
again,
you're right.
again, right? You actually get to
That
hear
was
the
impressive.
announcers. By the way, I had the TV up to 100 too. I was the TV booming down there. Like when you heard Chris Collinsworth go, he's got a little Brett Favre to him with how he's just throwing that thing out there into double coverage. I was like, bro, like I ain't gonna stunt with you. He throwing some dangerous passes. It's
Yeah.
crazy. A pick would have changed that game.
yes, it would have.
A pick would have put Drake May in a little bit more of an advantageous
more of an
situation. And a
opportunity,
pick
yeah.
did change that game when Drake May threw
Threw
that
a pick.
Again,
It
one of
broke
my
that game wide open.
One of my favorite moments from the Super Bowl that I don't think you hear if you go to a Super Bowl party was Chris Collinsworth going, Drake made a couple of passes here. He's starting to get it together, and Tarico's going, yeah, the most comfortable we've seen him. Immediately after he says that, he threw that interception, and Chris Collinsworth goes, I don't know what to say about that.
That's hilarious.
The announcer's
Bro,
curse.
it was literally
the
just-
announcer's curse.
Like-
It was silent for 20 seconds. He just went, I don't know what to say about that.
Commercial.
Cut.
It's just listen, like I thought that we talked about it yesterday, right, on the morning breeze. The biggest thing that you take away from this game is a need to improve this defense. We talk about it being a defensive Super Bowl. Defense wins championships. That's the bottom line. Now, offense is great. Offense is fun. Was it 2 years ago? Or no, 3 years ago? When did the Rams win? 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
3 years ago,
Three. Yeah.
two of the best offenses in football. Game comes down to a 23-20 game because of great defense, right? The year where who was it? Yeah, Rams and Bengals. That was right. I said that right. Rams and Bengals.
That was a good Super Bowl.
23-20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It came down to one play at the end. If Joe Burrow is open long enough to get the pass off, Joe Burrow's probably a Super Bowl champion. Like
Jalen
I
got
looked
cooked.
at he got cooked on that play. It's crazy. He's a Super Bowl champion. I look at games like that. I look at what we saw last night, and it does make me ask the question: do you have to go build this thing through the draft, or do you have to go all in for the moment that you're in? Because here's the reality of it. You're not going to have Joe Tooney for 5 more years.
Nope.
No, that
You
man.
got two.
This offensive line is not
Father
going
Time
to
will get him
be
eventually.
the same offensive line 5 years from now. You're going to have to
Yeah.
replace pieces on the interior. You're going to have to find different. You're going to have to pay Caleb Williams. You're going to have to pay Roma Dunze, Luther Burden, Colston Loveland, guys that you want to pay and guys that you feel good about paying, but you got to make something work on the defensive side of the ball. And because of that, I do think that there is the tough question that you have to ask, because we always say you want to build for the long term. I do think that is true. You want to build it through the draft. You want to build it for the long term. But you don't want to build so long term that you miss the opportunity that's in front of your face. If you had to build it this offseason, and again, like this is a conversation that can get to into some fantasy situations here, how would you go about it?
I want Drew first.
Drew,
I like Drew's take on it.
Oh well.
Drew wasn't expecting to flip that camera. You threw it off.
Listen.
I wasn't prepared to.
Hey, Drew, look at the screen.
Nope, I'm not. Nope. But no, but to answer your question though, I differ from you a little bit. I do think we are a year before our Super Bowl window starts. So because we have to take Caleb's first year out, and the Super Bowl window is usually on the second year. So I think our window starts next year. So therefore we would have 3 years on top of that. So I still think that we build through the draft, because this draft coming up is
got some
heavy.
dogs.
It's heavy in the positions that we need.
Yeah.
And with another year of being healthy, you get Jalen Johnson back healthy. You get Kyler back healthy. You potentially sign Brisker or you sign what's a free
Kevin
Byard back. And then that brings more stability into the back end of your defense. So for me, I still think we're going to draft unless we get a sweet deal for Max Crosby. I'm not talking multiple firsts. If we get the 2 firsts, 2 seconds, then maybe trade away DJ for that and alleviate some of those draft picks, then you can make it. But for me, it's got to be that sweet deal. If it's not, I'm building in the draft and letting my Super Bowl window start next year because you have year 2 in Ben Johnson's offense. You have year 2 for a lot of your expert rookie class that we had this year. So all of that development for me, it'll go through the draft for me.
But at that point, you're getting ready to get into your window at year 3 of Caleb Williams, contract-wise.
But then you
whatever window we saying,
right, that's 2 years because you said Super Bowl window is only 2 years.
You don't want to take that to 5.
So you'll get that too.
You want to get that contract done in 4.
Yeah.
You don't want to take that to 5. You take that to 5, you putting yourself in a scary situation because now you're giving him that quarterback money.
We got $2 billion in the bag because we moving to Indiana.
Listen.
There you go. Now you locked in with me.
I do love Yurko's take. He said, whatever gives me more money to sign players. That's the city you go to. That's kind of where I'm at with it. What you got, kid?
I got a long take on this, which is why I wanted everybody else to go first.
Oh well,
I
JC.
kind of already gave my opinion of what I want the Bears to do. That's why I
Wait, repeat
but
it. Repeat that, por favor.
Gracias. K.
He said what? He said what? He said
K.
Why did he say what?
K. K.
I appreciate that, por favor. K.
Like what? I think that the Bears should. I messed up the whole shit. I think that the Bears should stay pat with the way that they go this offseason. I feel like you should build through the draft more so than free agency. We talked about it before where I don't think they're obviously hampered with money right now. And so you got to work out these contracts, restructures, who you going to keep, who you going to stay. Obviously, DJ Moore thinks he's going to stay here. So maybe that's not an amount of money that you're getting off the books either. So for me, you got to make your picks matter like they did this year where a lot of your rookies really had an impact on the season because you picked very well from the beginning to end. And so got to go through the same process. There's a lot of defensive end. There's a lot of tackles in the first round, second round that are really, really good. So make that happen. Get your defensive line right. As we've seen the last 2 Super Bowls or the last 3 Super Bowls you mentioned are winning because defense wins championships, and that line really puts a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And so that's the route we go. I don't think we're going to get a big fish. I don't think we're going to get Max. I would love to, but I don't think that's the route we go. I don't even think we need to get Trey Hendrickson because he's injury prone and he's already up there in age. So if you go that route, I think you get somebody that would be a good mentor, which is why I always say Khalil Mack would be a good fit for maybe bringing him in, tutoring in Austin Booker, tutoring in one of the guys you get in the draft. That's the route I think we take, but really build through the draft first.
For me, and I think it'll be interesting to see. We talked about this on the Chicago Bears podcast yesterday, and it's kind of changed my perspective on Max Crosby. Not that I don't think Max Crosby is a phenomenal player, but if you're going to go all in because you believe this is a Super Bowl window, leave no doubt.
Leave no doubt.
Go all in.
Go all in.
You pick up the phone, you call the Cleveland Browns. You say, I got 3 first-round picks for you.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy.
That's what we starting at.
We getting tingled.
Now, which players you want? If you going to go all in, go all in.
Dang, you want players too?
It's Myles Garrett. You got no choice. If you're going to go all in, go all in. Right? Like because here's the thing. There is no doubt.
There's no doubt.
Myles Garrett shows up here. There is no doubt. Yes, your window's maybe a little bit shorter, even though Myles Garrett's phenomenal and probably going to play for another 5-6 years. But if you're going to go all in, don't, for lack of a better term, don't pussyfoot around it. You know what I mean? Because not to say that Max Crosby will be that. I think Max Crosby's a phenomenal player. But if I have to hurt my team anyway, I want the best.
You can go for the juggler.
if I have to remove players from my team that I think are impact players, you move on from DJ Moore. I know it's easy to say move on from DJ Moore, get rid of his money. That's the easiest thing to do. DJ Moore blocks.
That's lazy.
DJ Moore is a phenomenal pass catcher. DJ Moore is an option consistently for Caleb Williams in the clutch. DJ Moore means a lot to this team. You can't just move on from DJ and be like, oh, it's gonna be the same thing as everywhere. You can't teach dog. And I think because of that, I like how DJ said it, must be gambling. I think because of that, he definitely came in short on somebody catch on that one. We hear a loud rhetoric on it. If you're gonna go all in, don't mess around about it. Like I would literally be like, I got Montez, I got Jalen, I got 2 first-round picks for you. What you want to do? And we did. I don't know if y'all saw this. Adam Schefter said this today. There's a team, and I kind of think it might be the Bears. There's a team that is out there that this offseason is going to be pushing for, because you can only offer 3 drafts worth of picks, that is going to be pushing for it to go up to 5.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
Excuse me?
5 first-round picks is crazy.
Yeah,
5 first-round picks is
players
crazy.
if that's it.
5 first-round picks is crazy.
Depends on who you.
But if you going all in,
how much is a Super Bowl worth to you?
That's crippling.
no, that's crippling. Like
crippling too long.
if you don't win a Super Bowl, like you need to be shot if you give up 5 drafts.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Because almost, if you remember the Jay Cutler trade, it crippled us for a while afterwards.
Yeah.
And that was 2 and a second round. That was 2 first and a second.
Yeah.
So if you giving up 3, that's detrimental to your organization.
But honestly, I think the difference is, right, if you do it for a quarterback that helps you get over the top, you see that work. Only time we've seen the team do that is the Rams. Only time we've seen the team go all out and say, I'm going to give you my quarterback, I'm going to give you these first-round picks, and you give me Matthew Stafford. They won a Super Bowl out of it. They have been perennial Super Bowl contenders. They have always been in the mix. He won MVP this year. Like, it has worked out for them. They had one down year. That down year got you Jared Verse. You know what I mean? Like, it's truly worked out for them. But it is the quarterback position. It's the one time that I think you can do that.
But they also drafted very well in those second and third rounds. They really filled their organization with quality players without having your number 1 pick. So if we can replicate that, then it can work. But if we can't, then you end up crippling your organization.
Well, listen, a lot of this is still dependent on, hey, Ryan Poles, you got to get the rest of it right.
Yeah.
Because now you are going with the draft class being the answer and stuff like that. But for me, I am kind of leaning towards build through the draft unless you're going to go all in, because there isn't a conversation where you're not giving up a player that helped you have the success that you're getting here.
All right, kid.
There's no conversation in the world where you're moving on to add a piece that you're not giving up an important piece that's a part of your team. That's the game that you played, unfortunately, because of bad contracts that you signed.
Myles Garrett just did a podcast with Michael Parsons.
It's hilarious.
And it's hilarious. It's
great band talking about
it's literally Micah trying to beat his chest and Miles going, but you're not me.
It's like, you still little bro.
He said, I only played 13 games this year. He said, 13 games, I had 18 sacks. I was like, okay.
Yeah, bro.
So, and Myles Garrett himself says, you're going to get there in the next 5 years. So he's already saying, hey, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here for a while. Here's my thought process. How many people are going to be like Mike Vrabel and get their team in 1 year to the Super Bowl?
Not many. It's very
Not
rare.
many.
It's very rare.
It don't happen. Now, a lot can happen in the season. And look at what happened with us.
Yeah.
But there are a total of about 10 teams that are in flux right now.
Yep. All because of cap.
All because of cap. All because of bad firing, bad hire, whatever the situation is. Yep. There has not been this many teams in a long time that have a lot of fluctuation this way. This is your window. There's not one team out there that I am like definitively afraid of that I feel like we can't compete in any way as is. Yeah. With that being said, you go all in. That's why the thumbnail was the thumb. You got to get one of those too. I get you. I get, trying to build through the draft and things of that nature. There's nobody in this draft that's going to give me the impact that Myles Garrett can give me immediately. There's nobody in this draft that can give me the impact that Max Crosby can give me on the defense immediately. The name alone strikes enough fear for people to be like, where's he at?
Yeah.
Right? We have, and you think about the pieces you would have to give up. The one thing I love about Ben Johnson's offense is that he's made everyone a weapon.
Yeah.
Luther Burden is a weapon. Yeah. Colston Love is a weapon.
Olamide is a key.
They're all weapons. Yeah. They all get enough opportunity. Johnny Walker. They all have opportunity. So I'm not sitting there saying,
can't
these
sleep
people are, DJs expendable. But if you're trying, it's a copycat league. We see what worked. We see what Seattle did. Seattle made two moves. They bet on Sam Darnold to go out there and let him put up the ball and make mistakes. He led the league in INTs.
Yeah.
But he also had 4,000 yards, 25 tuds, and that whole team believed that he could get them there. The city of Chicago believes that Caleb Williams can get you there.
I agree.
INTs,
Listen,
whatever,
if Caleb
right?
gets up to 65%, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC.
It's a
this
wrap.
Year. Yeah. He might be the best quarterback in the NFC.
You have to go all in now because you're not going to have in the next couple years the same amount of flux, the same amount of people who are like. When's the next time we're going to see a Max Crosby and Myles Garrett in a situation where they're unhappy potentially, and that we know it happens a lot.
It's a lot of bad football.
It's a lot of bad football.
Yeah, you might see
They
that.
get drafted to
But guess what?
team, so.
But both of those people are on teams that are like definitively like, what are you all doing?
Yeah.
You all have no idea what you're doing. Most teams that have like I know it's on the offensive end, but an AJ Brown situation, he just ain't getting utilized right. But they won.
Yeah.
They're winning.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett is not winning. He broke the sack record on a losing team. Max Crosby
They had the best defense in football.
Max Crosby's on a bad team.
Yeah.
Everything is aligned for you to go in right now. And if you swing and you miss, nobody in the city is going to fault you for saying, hey, you gave up 3 firsts and a player for Myles Garrett for us to be contenders, because look at what's happening. This is not going to be a Minnesota situation where you took a chance on the kid and
No, you going with the answer.
yeah. This is so you have to go in all in now. Now I was always
I'm not opposed.
Don't hamstring your team and stuff like that. But there's too much evidence and there's too much opportunity. We won't have a window like this.
Here's the.
I ain't giving 5 picks.
Here's no 5.
I give 3.
No,
I give you 3 first.
I give you 3.
I give you 3 first for Myles.
Well,
Easy money.
Myles Garrett is. I think it's funny because we always talk about he's a top.
I give you
5
2 in a
pass
second for Max.
rusher. I think we always talk about he's a top 5 pass rusher and all of that stuff. Myles Garrett is one of the best football players we've ever seen
Of all time.
Yeah.
Like he is one of the greatest football players we have ever seen. He is not just arguably the greatest pass rusher that we have ever seen. He is truly one of the greatest players to ever strap up a helmet in football history. I think that makes such a difference on the conversation of going after a guy like Myles Garrett, going all in, moving heaven and earth to go get him because of the status of player and the continued production that he has shown you throughout his career. Here's the one thing that I would push back on, though. You talked about it being a copycat league. The 2 teams that were just in the Super Bowl have 30+ million both in cap space. I believe the Seahawks have 80 million in cap space going into next season.
And they have most of their key players on contract.
The teams that get in trouble historically are the teams that try to spend money to fix their mistakes. Dio was a mistake. Grady was a mistake. When you spend so much time,
The draft mistakes.
Grady was a
free
mistake
agent.
contract wise. Grady was not a mistake for what he brought as far as a leader on the team.
Yeah,
But contract wise, Grady is making way too much
signing
money.
is always a correction of bad draft.
Of bad draft picks.
Yeah.
You have to start to get that part right. Otherwise, you chase your tail, and you never catch it.
Well, if you listen to Ryan Poles, technically, isn't he saying, hey, we're not going to do anything that you all want us to do, like do something
That is
crazy
his final
and
statement, yeah.
outlandish, like
Yeah.
give 3 or 4 picks away to address something right away in like a get-rich-quick scheme. No, this is going to take time, and so building through the draft is probably what he's intended on doing anyway.
I would agree with you. That's a different conversation if Cleveland answers the phone and goes, if you give us DJ Moore and Jalen Johnson and 3 first-round picks, we'll give you Myles Garrett.
I got a rookie QB that I ain't even have to pay yet.
Hey,
That's a lot.
I got a QB.
Your best DB, your best receiver, and your best draft stock.
Yeah,
your
I'm not
trade
giving
back?
up. I'm not giving up on both sides of the ball.
But
Jesus.
they're gonna be in the 20s, so it's not like you're getting a top 5 pick.
It's still it's still your first.
It's still a first-round
for the
pick. First-round
next-
picks are important.
Because what if we're bad the next year, and then the next year after that? We just talking about this year.
If
No,
we're
we
bad,
talk
it's because somebody got hurt.
Well, I'm assuming Miles is going to be pretty good for years to come.
That's nice, but you just took away your best DB. You know we had DB issues this year with everybody else.
we had health
You know,
issues.
you know why we have DB issues?
Because
No
your line
pressure.
was
Because you have no pass rush.
I get that.
Like,
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah,
it's a very different conversation. Now,
can answer
is
one
that the
vote,
route I
right?
want to go? Do I think that mortgaging your future to bet on Myles Garrett is the best bet for you to make? No. Is it a different conversation if that actually is dangled in front of your face?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I now have a young quarterback, multiple young wide receivers, an offensive line that we're gonna have to address through the draft no matter what. You're not going veterans to fix the offensive line. You're going to address it through the draft. I have a run game where y'all know how I feel about running backs. You throw a dead body back there with a good offensive line, it'll get you 15 yards. Yeah, I mean, like
I don't know why I just pictured a dead body.
just dragging, just a dude just pulling them through the hole.
What was that? What's that movie? Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's, bro. You just have Kyle Monangai work the body of the guy
Yeah, this guy.
as he runs through the.
Hey,
Like,
this man in peanuts.
like, bro, like is my take wrong?
No.
Your seventh round pick just dominated this year.
You have a good line. You can put anybody back there. They'll give you what
They
you
will
need.
give you some really good.
4
Look,
yards at the least.
Carolina was sitting there going, "Oh, it's Chubba Hubba all the way. No options except Chubba Hubba." And Rico Dowdle got in there and ran for 190, and they were like, "Hold on, let's let it breathe a little bit. Hold on, wait a minute. Hey, hold on. I didn't know. Dang, the wire came off. I didn't know we had that option. So like."
Yeah.
It's not a disrespect to the position. It's just offensive line is more important. Jesus, Bobby Portis, close your eyes. How he got a hoodie on and his eyeballs popping out the hoodie.
This is also why I say Max Crosby is probably the better option because I don't think you have to give up as much draft capital.
Probably still giving up 2 firsts.
I'm good
and
with
a
that.
player.
I'm good
2
with
firsts
that.
and a player.
I'm fine
I'm
with
good
that,
with
too.
that. I'm good with that.
I'm not opposed to it.
I'm good. And guess what? They probably want my backup quarterback because they ain't got no quarterback.
But I think
I mean, come on with it. They ain't got a quarterback.
They're getting one. They're getting what's up, boy? No, Wisconsin boy, or not Wisconsin, Indiana boy.
Fernando, no,
Fernando Mendoza.
No, he going to
Vegas.
Oaktown.
I thought y'all meant
Huh?
Cleveland.
He going to
Vegas.
Oaktown. Oh yeah. Okay.
he going
yeah.
to what?
Vegas.
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 Oaktown.
Yeah,
I
we
thought
talking about Vegas.
Cleveland.
We talking, no.
Oh no. Max Crosby is coming from
Oh, yeah,
Cleveland.
Vegas. Okay.
Or is coming from going to Vegas. So we were talking about Max Crosby. But like the to me, I look at the Crosby. I would love to have Max Crosby. I guarantee you, if we trade for Max Crosby, it'll be like that day we got Keenan Allen. I'd be excited. I'm not mad at it. I have no qualms with it. But
Side note, speaking of Keenan Allen, did you see the fact that he said
yeah,
he claimed about the
definitely.
coaching?
He didn't say it, but he laughed when they said it.
Okay.
You see that? Keenan Allen was at Super Bowl
saw the
weekend.
clip. I ain't
He
seen the
said
whole
we got he said we had all the talent last year. We had all the opportunity. Caleb was a great quarterback. It's just we were just held back.
Yep.
And then he caught himself and realized, I'm about to say something that's not
the coaching staff.
to do it. And the interviewer was like, by coaching, and he was like, listen, man, we was held back. And so that was
hilarious.
we all knew that. That wasn't the best kept secret in the room.
Sucked.
To me, though, you have the conversation about a Max Crosby. How do you find a Max Crosby? Where do you find a Max Crosby? Max Crosby was found in the 4th round.
You gotta have good.
You gotta have good
drafting.
scouts. You gotta draft well. Max Crosby was not a top 5 pick. Max Crosby was a surprise on the scene. Now he out there smoking them Philly blunts. He's smoking Phillies.
Oh yeah,
He's smoking Phillies in the locker room. After a win, we can see you. You're on camera, brother.
There's not a Max Crosby level player in this draft.
There was a lot of people that would have said that about Max Crosby the year he came out. Nobody looked at Max Crosby coming out of college and went, "That's an elite
that's
pass
true.
rusher."
That is true.
You thought he was a project. His rookie year, he was an elite pass rusher.
Boy, you got to do your
rookie year,
your
yeah.
research.
His rookie year, he was an elite pass rusher.
You got to do your research, man.
Is that also
Who won Rookie of the Year that year? Defensive Rookie of the Year. Because he came
What
in
year?
second. That's 2019.
2019 Defensive Rookie of the Year?
2019. Was that 7 years ago?
2019 Defensive Rookie of the
I
Year.
feel like that was
Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa. Yeah, that's a tough one to beat.
Nick was who?
Hey, them Bosas was different.
Nick was who?
fully healthy.
Hey,
From San Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he had.
Ain't none
13
of them
sacks
got
that
good
year.
knees.
No.
I think he had 10. I think he had 10 or
wanna
13
talk
sacks
about
that
a
year.
Yeah, it was a dog.
Downfall.
And that was an obvious one too. That was the guy in the draft that everybody was like,
Hey,
that's pretty obvious.
Ohio
Max,
State,
Max
he
had
did.
more sacks than he did.
Nick Bosa was a better player. Nick Bosa was
Overall.
Nick Bosa was a game.
They probably
record.
were winning too. I mean, you talking about the
Tackles for
49ers.
loss. Hold on. Let's go down.
Nick
to
Bosa
the
was a
stats.
game record.
That's probably that's for me. I'm gonna go down. Nah, he had about the same tackles for loss.
What do he have that year?
That's
2019.
a LeBron and Carmelo.
They had an
Rookie.
interception. How do you have an interception?
San Francisco had a better record. You know they take that
Yeah,
in effect too.
49ers had a way better team than
Did
Didn't they go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
They went to the Super
2019.
Bowl.
Did they go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That'll play into that.
That'll do it.
I think there is a part. Here's what I think this offseason has to be, and we've had this conversation a couple of times, but you can't say I trust the coaches. You can't say I believe that we got the right staff. We got the right guys. We got the best players in the building. We got the best coaching staff in the building. 5-star studded staff. I think Ben Johnson knows what he's doing. I think Dennis Allen's great. And then go, I don't want y'all to draft nobody. You do have to trust that they're going to be able to find those people. You don't win without hitting in the 4th round. You don't win without hitting in the 2nd round on an Ozzie Trapillo. You don't win without hitting in the 2nd round on a Luther Burden, who was somebody that a lot of teams were overlooking. You there is that conversation where you have to trust the coaches to get the job done. And unfortunately, because of your cap space, to me, there's never a situation I don't want Max or don't want Miles. But because of the decisions you made this year, signing Dio Dangbo, signing Grady Jarrett, guys that I like them, right? But they didn't have enough production for the price they paid. You put yourself in a hole. Signing Kyler Gordon. That's one we don't talk about. Kyler Gordon got the bag, and Kyler Gordon's great. Kyler Gordon ain't
he's
on
on
the
the field.
field.
Yeah.
Availability. Yeah.
So that's a
Yeah,
big
well,
contract
that's-
that you signed that has not
That's
been.
1 year. If he bounced back next year, we won't say anything about it.
You hope.
No, I hope that he does. I would expect that he'll probably be a little bit more healthy. I think second year, you struggle with health this year. Second year, to me, these guys are going to know more of what to expect from Ben Johnson. They'll have their bodies a little bit more prepared for this year.
My only retort to that, and it's like a Ben Johnson answer. It's like when we talking about he didn't trust his defense, was why he was going for it in 4th. And he was like, it's quite the opposite. He trusts his defense so much that's why he did it.
That's cap.
Hey, I'm telling you what Ben said.
Hey, you don't go for it on
Hey.
30 and you trust your
Hey,
Hold on a second. But real talk though,
that's what he said.
with everybody now, this is a little bit off course. The Super Bowl coaches, the ones that made the Super
They
Bowl,
ain't take them chances.
they didn't take them chances. Now does Ben Johnson
See
look
all them
at
dang
that
field
and
goals?
self-reflect? They
Possibly.
took field goals.
Yeah.
In all the game,
Possibly.
and the last one to show that they should have took that field goal was boy in Denver.
Rams.
Yeah, no, Denver
Well, both
and
of them.
yeah, both of them. So now does Ben Johnson reflect on that and now alter that
Evolve.
where you can
Yeah.
go for it, but it's a limit to what you go for now?
But the reason I mention that is because Ryan Post you can sit there and say, hey, you let them draft, but they developed the talent that was here really well.
Yeah.
So because I have so much confidence that you can develop people who are in the building, you know how to get the staff to help do that. I can take chances on getting you a star player like a Max Crosby because I've seen what you were able to do with the Joe Tooney and how that's in fact impacted the line and their leadership. Now I give you a dog on defense. Dennis Allen, what are you going to do with that? I trust that you're going to actually allow that to actually develop everybody.
Yeah.
I think that it's kind of like you almost play with house money. Nobody here is going to fault them if they do it.
I don't think it's about fault, right? Like I said, none of us are going to sit here and be like, oh, my God, you just traded so much.
Hey, will we pick a 25th?
25th.
Hey, that kid turns out to be a dog. We'll be like, man, we could have had them. But Max Crosby got us 12 sacks. And it's Max Crosby.
Yeah. But
We're not going to be
also-
sitting there talking
But also,
about it.
no, if the 25th pick turns out to be a dog and you go, I could have had 5 years of that, though. Like, if you told me right now we could go back in the draft and I could get Jared Verse or Max Crosby that year to help the team, give me Jared Verse.
That year, give me Max Crosby.
But I got 5 years of Jared Verse. So Jared Verse
putting up
is at the
similar numbers.
beginning,
Cheaper
and I got 5 years of Jared Verse.
It's cheaper, and he putting up similar numbers.
So it's like I think that's the other part of it too, right? Like because of the situation you put yourself in, That's why I led this with a fantasy situation. I don't think that we're going to get Myles Garrett. But if you're going to go all in on a person that is so overwhelming the impact that they're going to have on the field.
It's unquestionable.
It's unquestionable. You're going to go, well, and it's not Micah Parsons, right? Like Myles Garrett costs, they're saying that Max Crosby might cost more than Micah Parsons.
Honestly, if you
Micah
think
Parsons
He's a dog.
is a dog. He phenomenal. He's not good in the run.
Yeah.
We can see it.
hold on a second.
Myles Garrett don't got a flaw.
He doesn't. Because if you look at the reason why they went after Deshaun Watson is because Cleveland was only a quarterback away from going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because their defense.
Well, now they're an entire offense away. Back then they had a better receiving core. They had an offensive line
running backs.
a little
They had
built
running
up,
backs
yeah.
like that.
Cooper.
But if
Had
you,
Nick Chubb.
they had Nick Chubb back
Yeah.
then. So
Ronnie
now they
Cooper.
need a whole new offense. But back then, Myles was good enough with one decent quarterback play from going to the Super Bowl.
He went to the playoffs with Flacco.
With garbage back there.
Flacco.
So if you can get a Myles Garrett, then I'll give you 3 firsts. I'm gonna hate it, but I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give you
yeah.
the win. I'll take that. You know, those 3. But if you look at it, only if someone of that caliber is available.
Yeah, listen, it has to be that level of because there's no better. Bottom line is there truly is no better situation than drafting the right piece
Yeah.
because you get the control.
You're saving money and you have the value. You have the
Now you have to have that. You have to identify it,
Yeah.
and I think this is a draft that you could do that a little bit more. Looking up some of the 25th pick, Jackson Dart.
You can't. We got to stay on task because Thursday is the big show.
Well, no, we gonna do that Thursday. But I'm saying draft history. Jackson Dart is 25th pick in the draft. Jordan Morgan last year, he's solid.
He's all right.
Dalton Kincaid 25th pick in the draft.
He's good in Buffalo.
Tyler Linderbaum. I don't know.
in the lineman?
right?
So
Ravens.
you said a lot of offensive
lineman.
players.
Linderbaum's okay.
Travis Etienne, Brandon Ayuk. Well, these are the teams that are usually at the bottom. They got the quarterback. We got all our offensive. What offensive piece we
I was
need?
like, give me some good defensive players at that.
That's
what I don't need an offensive
I ain't
player.
gonna lie to you, bro. It's mostly offensive players down
It's
there.
mostly
Tim
offensive
Tebow,
players.
Vontae Davis was solid.
Vontae Davis
We all the way
was nice.
back there, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's mostly offensive players.
So you mean to tell me that my second rounder is probably going to hit more than my first?
No.
I mean, listen, I gave you some really good names.
If you
I
pick
mean,
high in the
no,
second
no,
round,
defensively.
Littered with a lot of
There's a
defensive
list of
players.
defensive players that win the second round that's way better than the list you could pull up for.
But those-
people
but
winning
those-
the
but
end
the-
of
you-
the
but you got
first.
to be looking at
You're
at
looking
defense
for the
25.
people that's drafting in that area. They're looking for ancillary pieces. They're not looking for necessarily dogs offensively. They're looking for I got a good team because you're in the playoffs. You're close to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So you're looking for just that little small ancillary piece that you
Or
need
best
to take you
player available.
over the hit. So
Ooh,
you
Jabril Peppers.
Oh, I remember him.
I remember he was cold in college.
In college, I
actually
thought he was gonna
wanted
be
him.
much better.
I thought he was cold. I thought he was
That
gonna be
boy
way better.
stunk.
Yeah,
when he
did.
got to the Giants,
to
he
the
did.
league.
Boy
Yeah.
was Giants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was the Giants. Yeah.
Initially, he was
No,
with.
he was with the Browns.
I forgot which team came first. He was with both of them.
He did end up playing for the Giants, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he play for the Bears for a year?
No,
I don't know about that one.
No.
Who did we have? No, Clinton Dix.
Oh, he was.
We had
Clinton
Dix.
Dix.
I hated that guy.
I actually didn't. I thought he was good.
To be honest with you, that name is hilarious.
No.
That
I
name is
forgot
hilarious.
We
about
were doing the show when
Clinton
we had Clinton Dix.
Went to Alabama, yeah.
I wasn't watching football at that time.
You were.
Dix.
We were doing the show. You were on the show.
And Eddie Jackson. Wasn't Eddie Jackson?
Eddie Jackson was there. This was like 2022,
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
2021.
Was he on the bench? Because I ain't.
No.
No, he was playing.
No,
He
he's
returned an interception for a
He
touchdown.
started a
He
lot because he
actually-
started his career in Green Bay,
Yeah, he was good at Green Bay.
and that's why I hated him because he was
gave us
good for us.
problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave us problems.
He 33 years old.
Yeah,
That
brother
NFL
probably
age
stood
you
still
fast,
for
boy.
a year
Elite
and a half.
defenders chosen in the second round. Strahan, Ray Lewis.
Oh yeah, listen, I'm not telling you that there's not a list of them.
It wasn't Suggs.
Jack Lambert.
Wasn't Terrell Suggs?
Suggs was first round.
But I thought he was
But
like
we passed on him.
But I thought he was like way towards the end. I thought.
Yeah, he was at the end.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things to me. Like I look at
I'm
it.
looking at FD's picks.
Hey,
Hey, listen, I'm looking at this list. You mean to tell me I can get a Ray Lewis in the second round? You can have this first.
No, it's not. But you also but you also got to look at the Bears' perspective on troubled players. They did not like troubled players.
That's locker room championship.
Hey,
Right.
that was there.
Which is why I'm glad we got CJ.
This is the
Hey,
Wolf
they
of Wall
don't mind it
Street.
now.
It's called
But though,
fun
we
money.
wouldn't
You know what I'm
get
saying? We would throw these picks away to get this Miles
But
Garrett.
really,
The Bears are never going to get like some of these stars like that. They had the organization had like extra security to follow them around and keep them online. The Bears are not going to do that.
No, realistically speaking,
Ben gonna cut you.
where this team is at right now, you have to hit in the entire draft. You have to have a draft like you had this year.
Yep.
You do.
Got to be the
Look
same.
at
You
Seattle-
have to hit in the second round. You have
Seattle
to hit in
drafted-
the 5th round. You have to hit in the 7th round.
Shout out to what they
At
say.
something, finding some piece.
Shout
Now, I
out to
don't expect
that to
it.
that Russ trade because 4 people that made an impact in the Super Bowl
Came from that
Russ trade?
The Russ
Yeah.
trade. I was over there sick.
Yeah.
Like, man.
And I think what's interesting about that, and maybe that goes into this conversation as well, right? Like, it's very rare you find a team that makes those trades for the those picks win. Matt Stafford's the obvious one. What's another one?
Those picks.
What's another one?
Ooh, I just had it.
Recently, I should say.
You hit me with the recent.
an outlier.
Or, I mean, we can go last 15 years. When teams make those trades, we didn't win it. The Bears didn't win the Khalil Mack trade. Now, it kind of ends up being a stalemate because the Raiders suck. So they basically picked a bunch of players where the player right after him was the better choice to go with.
The best version of Khalil was his first year.
Best version of Khalil was his first year. You really didn't have a ton of help for Khalil coming off of the other side.
Yeah.
And it just, you didn't get the value you thought you were going to get.
That's a good question.
Michael Parsons didn't help the Packers win the Super Bowl this year.
It's early. It's early.
It's early on that one.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, what else did they give up? I know they gave up Kenny Clark.
I mean, you gave up Kenny Clark, which is, I mean, it's fine. Like,
And they gave up 2 first rounders. 2 first rounders and Kenny Clark, who was actually a decent defender. He wasn't horrible. He was decent.
Oh, he's fine. He's good pressure from the middle. But, like, usually the teams that give up all of the draft capital don't end up being a team that wins that.
Yeah. It's like you're moving in desperation. Like, oh, we gotta try and win now because we don't have a chance at it in the future. No, the teams that do that when you don't win, you look stupid. And now you got your organization behind the 8 ball for the next 5-10
Look
years.
at the situation we in.
Yeah, no, the last.
Look at our team. We gave the Panthers the first overall pick for that haul.
Yeah.
That didn't work out.
The Panthers are a QB away.
So
Yeah, and you know who they took with that first overall pick?
Hey.
The QB.
All I'm saying is this. The Panthers built a good team around Bryce Young. Bryce Young is just not the right pick.
That's the problem, and that's what I mean. That's why I said if you're gonna do it, you do it for a player where there's no question.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett, there's no question. I'm not saying there's a ton of question with Max Crosby, but he ain't Myles Garrett.
No.
Ain't no
There's
questions,
levels
though.
to it.
Ain't no. I mean, there's no questions though.
I still take Max.
I take either one. It's
If he's
got to
a
be one of the
consolation
two.
prize, I'll take Max.
Dude,
It's gotta be one of the two.
To answer your question, it's been since '97. That's the one trade for Stafford. That's the only one that worked out. None of the other ones worked out. Traded multiple first picks and going all in, saying F them picks.
Yeah.
It only worked for the Rams.
Hey, I tell you, I mean, I'm looking at some of these. Joe Montana traded to the Chiefs. I forgot about that. I was a kid, but I forgot about that being on the trade list. They traded
Cleveland Browns, it didn't work out. The Raiders for Devontae Adams, it didn't work out.
Marshall Faulk traded to the Rams, worked out.
Bears
That's
didn't work out.
99.
Let's
Marshall
be for
Faulk to the
real.
Rams is the one that maybe worked out.
Let's be for real. A lot of teams that make these huge swings and stuff like that, they also have like people at the end of their contracts that they also like they know that they're not going to keep. We have a team full of sophomores that like we're still developing and have time to pay. Mostly like the last one, like outside of traditionally, and correct me if I'm wrong, you really try to capitalize at the end of somebody's career. So you put talent around them. You say, hey, let's get this group over the hump. But very rarely do you have your star players being as young as they are on the Bears. So you could take a swing now
I
and
mean,
not
the Packers. What the Packers just did wasn't a timeline move. It was a,
But they already
we
paid the
wanna go all
QB.
in.
The Packers are young too.
The
They-
Packers
Packers young as heck.
Packers are
Young as
young,
young.
but they already paid their QB $50-something million. Like, we don't have anybody that's going to garner that type of money yet, unless we make a move for one of these names. So not only do it, I mean, listen, Jordan Love and Micah Parsons make up $100 million for them.
That's what they said.
it's-
Right
and
now,
it's
since
crippling,
your
though.
quarterback is on a rookie contract, if you're going to go all in for a $50 million signing, this is the time.
This
to
is the time to do it. There's no other situation in which, like, even if it so-called fails,
Yeah.
we're not going to be in cap hell. We're not going to be in a situation. By the time you have to
No,
really
you
feel the
would
impact,
be. You would be. Now you would have
no,
to.
it won't be as long.
What you would end up doing is what a lot of the league teams around the league are doing right now. You're doing the void years.
Do some void years.
You pushing the money. You kicking the can down the road.
You getting a dead cap
How
money.
would we be, though?
You making a dead
Think
cap
about
money.
how would we be?
What you mean?
The
how
only
would we-
person that you definitively know you're not going to mess around with, you're going to redo his contract after next season is Caleb Williams.
Caleb and probably
wrong.
Rome.
And
no,
probably
I don't know.
Rome.
I don't know.
And I don't know.
Unless
I don't
Rome-
think you
unless
have to
Rome
do
have
Rome.
a breakout year. I'm on the fence about Rome, but definitely Colston.
I'm keeping Colston.
Well, Colston, you still got time with.
Like, think about all the weapons we really have.
But
You
these
have
are-
time
these are
with.
year-
Everybody else is aging out anyway.
They're staggered.
Right.
They honestly
Yeah,
are staggered.
but the difference is with Colston, you coming into year 3 of Caleb, year 4 of Caleb is genuinely where you want to pay him at because you're gonna get the best deal.
But even though he agrees to that deal, it doesn't take effect until the next season.
Exactly.
So it doesn't impact that cap there. So you still technically have 3 full seasons of him on that rookie deal. You're going to commit big money to him, but it doesn't really hit until that next season. We have the time and the space to do it if you make the move now.
Yeah.
You
Plus,
kind of have to do
got,
it now.
You got 4 years. Either one of these contracts is going to be 4 years, $100-something million. So yeah, it's going to be,
and the
180,
the one benefit I would say if you were to go all in and go get Miles, the deal's done. You don't have to change nothing. With Max, you got to make it work.
Here's my
With
question.
Max, you got to restructure his contract. You got to pay him.
Yeah.
You got to move the void years in. You got to get all that stuff done.
I don't want to keep bringing this up and then like it's already too long as it is. But like for real, all the teams, correct me if I'm wrong. Where's the last team that made a big trade that were in this situation where they didn't have a bunch of big people they had to already pay?
The Packers.
Besides Packers, because I'm not looking
just
at
a Rams.
The one last year.
I'm not. No, that was
Rams.
stupid. No,
The
but
Bears.
What about was it Sauce Gardner?
No, he just
Sauce
went to,
last year, but
he just
you
went
talking about
to,
with the Colts?
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
the
they went
Colts.
with the Colts.
But they don't have a QB.
Well,
They didn't pay. They didn't
Well,
pay
they-
Daniel. They didn't pay him.
They paid
They
Daniel
did pay
Jones.
Daniel Jones.
They paid Daniel Jones. They paid him $40 million.
Yeah.
We're talking about somebody getting paid $250 million.
No, well, nobody there.
Well, yeah, but they have their quarterback. You can't say they don't have their quarterback. They got their guy that they was riding with.
No, he's on a Sam Donald like deal.
Sure.
You're gonna commit.
Sam Darnold ain't renegotiating.
You got, but he's getting 35
He's
million.
about- he's about to
He's
get
not
paid.
getting Super Bowl
He's about to
caliber
get paid.
money.
No, he not. And he'll probably get that in 2 years, and it'll probably be 2 years too late, and it'll mess him up.
But right now, he's on a very team-friendly deal,
100%.
considering what the market would give for a QB. All I'm saying is, like, when you look at these big trades, even with the Matthew Stafford trade, everyone else was already signed. They take advantage of that. But that was one of those things where it's like, we have to make it work now and then retool. Well, the Bears are not even in that situation.
Here's the thing, honestly. The answer is good teams don't.
They don't. They draft.
Good teams don't
They
do.
draft well. They re-sign their own players. They might, like I said, they might go pick up
How,
an ancillary
how,
piece here
how,
and
how
there.
often do we talk about how good that Philly team is? That whole defense draft. That whole offense draft. Only person they paid for was Saquon. I guess that would be the one, actually.
That'd be the
Saquon.
one.
No, they didn't because
Saquon would be the one where
because
you,
each year.
Oh, no, it was a free agency.
No, each year
They didn't trade for him. They
No,
just
no,
signed
no. Each year,
They
Philly
gave him
brings
way more
in
money.
a quality defensive player and makes their defense
Via the
even
draft.
better.
Yeah, they just go to Georgia. They say, just send me whichever one you want from Georgia this year.
Yeah, but they overpaid for Saquon. Well, some people say they overpaid, but he got him a championship.
They underpaid the year they signed him. Then they gave him a contract on top of it, and he's not gonna live up to that contract. But I mean, what they get him for 12? That first year?
No, I think it was a little more.
How much?
That was
he get?
14.
Because we was
Was it
debating.
14?
That was
Yeah,
14.
we was
Yeah, I
debating
didn't
on
want
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, you know, I didn't
He
want
signed a 2-year,
think it was
$40 million
14 or
extension.
15.
So there goes that.
Well, that's what I mean. After the Super Bowl year,
Yeah,
he
the Super Bowl, they
immediately
got
got
that.
an extension.
Yeah, but I think it was
But I don't know what the
14. I think
initial.
it was 14.
14, something like that, right? So yeah, he getting a baggy bag now, but he came in at a okay price.
The
if you,
biggie bag.
if you got
The
everything
$7
else.
biggie bag.
The $7 biggie bag. He came in at an okay price if you have everything else already. I look at the Chiefs. I look at the Eagles. I look at even the Rams, realistically. I mean, they did the big one for Stafford. Outside of that, the team is drafted.
They brought
the best team's
drafted.
drafted.
They brought in Devontae.
They brought in Devontae this year.
Yeah.
Which I wonder how his contract.
But guess what? The Bears could be the same thing. You drafted Caleb. You drafted Luther Burden. You drafted Colston Loveland. You drafted Cole Kmet. You drafted Roma Dunze. Even if you let go some of those players, if you keep 3 of those 5, you drafted those players.
Yeah.
You drafted Kyler. You drafted there's so many people on this team that we would have said we drafted already. Getting this big piece is just like what's going to get you over the hump.
It's icing on the cake.
Could be. It could be that you're there.
And it's a combination of both. You built your team through the draft. You got your franchise quarterback in the draft.
Yeah. You got your franchise quarterback in a fleece.
In a fleece.
Hey, that might be the biggest. It depends on what he do next year. That might be the biggest trade of all time now.
For sure.
I know because you got Caleb,
Herschel Walker's number one, but that might move Herschel Walker off the top.
Yeah, depending if Luther turns into a stud, then definitely.
Bruh.
Because Luther was the last
Luther's
piece.
a part of that. Brisker, you probably end up gonna have to let go.
You got 5 impact players.
Kyler is a part of that. I think you got a lot. You got a lot for that. Like the teams that make those deals usually don't look back on them and go, "Oh, that was a great move by us."
That's a conversation for tomorrow. But like,
Yeah, we'll
is
see
it
what
now
they do
like
now.
we have to like start changing what we consider good teams and stuff like that? Because the Bears are doing exactly what you would expect them to do. They drafted most of their team, most of their impact players. He handled the cap well. We're in a position where we don't necessarily need.
Well, we $10 million over the cap, so
Yeah, we need to.
you got to move.
a lot of teams over the cap. You know how that works. I mean, no,
Yes, it is.
there's
You
a lot of
just
teams over the
you
cap.
just move somebody money into a
gotta
signing
move some money
bonus.
around.
You move some
You
money
gotta
into
get
signing
creative.
bonuses, and you underneath the cap.
But like, Post has done well, and we could take a big swing and take advantage of the thing. Like, there's a strong argument that he kind of has to make the trade.
I wouldn't say that he has to. I don't think his back's against the wall to make the trade because you do have the youth, you do have the time, and if you draft right, you get the piece. Now I will say this: that's the bottom line of it. You got to draft right.
Yeah.
Do you trust his drafting outside of?
I trust Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen.
Trust the
You
collective.
trust him outside of the number 1 picks.
I trust Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen. Yeah, he just had a phenomenal
Trust the
draft.
collective.
His second round pick was great. Every one of his second round picks, I guess Shamar Turner we didn't see enough of, but
see.
Shamar Turner started
might
to
be
show you
right.
some flashes.
Right, he saw some
at the
flashes
end.
start- he
Ozzie
saw some
Trapillo
flashes.
was a hit. Luther Burden was a hit.
Yes.
Kyle Monangai was a hit. Who am I missing?
Zay Frazier.
Well, I don't know what he is. He
Zay
ain't play a second round.
Frazier
We'll
and
see.
Hippolyte.
Ruben Hippolyte. Yeah.
That's
drafted
a
Booker,
miss.
right?
We drafted Booker.
Austin
Wild
Booker,
card.
yeah, 5th round. That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
That's
2 years
that's
ago.
a Post pick though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I trust him.
that kid got some good tape.
Being my third down pass rush specialist.
That's probably what it ended up being. Probably
I
what
love
it
it.
ended up being. You put him on the field on third down pass rush situations if it's 3rd and 7.
That's fine.
Yeah.
He could
Pin
be
your
that.
ears back, go bite somebody.
Exactly.
Speaking of biting somebody,
Go
y'all see that?
hunt.
They made it. We gotta get up out of here. Hey man, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Showing love as always. Hit that like button. What'd you say? Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. For the pettiest man alive is the PK. And of course,
Getting
Mr.
kinda
Media himself,
weird over
Jordan
here.
J. Mr. Drew Better. If you do better, you do better. Say who better? Nobody, bro. It's your boy
bro.
Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Let us know how you feel. In the comments below. Y'all want the Bears in Illinois, and you going all in draft, or you going all in on F those picks? Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Better not. One love.
No,
Peace.
I'm talking about. Skip these picks.
Right.
I want to see Myles Garrett in the Bears jersey. Skip these picks.
Well, listen, Miles Garrett different.
Skip these picks. I want to see. Hey, if it's not Miles, give. Hey, listen. If I can't get the
That's
Rolls Royce,
that's a big difference.
if I can't have the Ferrari, I want the Lamborghini.
Yeah,
Alright?
I think you got to separate them cars.
You
a
want the
little farther.
guineas. You need a guinea.
You don't think he's an exotic car?
I think he's an exotic car, but I don't think he's on the same. I think there's
So there's Paganis and
Who's-
stuff like
who's
that. There's a
two?
Bugatti, and then there's a Lamborghini.
who's the second best pass rusher in football right now?
Michael Parsons.
Micah?
No.
Maybe TJ. But maybe probably Micah. Maybe. Either way,
Statistically,
hey,
you might be right.
Pass rusher?
that gap is a chasm between him and Myles
Miles?
Garrett.
So you got your Bugatti, you got your Lamborghini.